Center for Financial Journalism in Nigeria hosted its 2018 annual Bullion lecture focusing on the theme, The Wealth of Nations and the Imperative of Economic Transformation. In his opening remarks, the chairman of the Center for Financial Journalism, Mr. Ernest A.B., shared the essence of the lecture.
This lecture has become an annual intellectual forum designed to provide a unique opportunity to critically review issues of national interest with a view to profiling solutions to our common problems in keeping with the vision of Center for Financial Journalism, and that is to be the prime capacity building platform for financial journalism in Nigeria. We have carefully chosen the theme of this year's lecture, the wealth of nations and the imperatives of economic transformation.
Guest speaker Professor Kingsley Moghalu, a political economist and presidential aspirant in the 2019 general elections, explored the topic, Overcoming Poverty, Secrets to the Wealth of Nations.
The path out of poverty and on to prosperity, in my view, must pass through the following 5 preconditions. And I want you to note that all of these 5 preconditions are absent in Nigeria today. Number 1, a worldview of philosophical foundation for the Nigerian state. Number 2, an economic vision that is founded on an economic philosophy, which is aligned with that foundational worldview. Number 3, science, technology, and innovation as the driver of the Nigerian economy. Number 4, economic complexity, by which I mean the manufacture and export of complex products. Number 5, institutions. These are the 5 requirements, foundational requirements for the prosperity of any nation. Go and check the nations that are prosperous and go and compare them with the nations that are poor against these 5 criteria. And you will understand why we are where we are today.
Professor Moghalu gave key recommendations on what needs to be done to transform Nigeria's economy.
The answer is very simple. Nigeria's citizens must now elect a new kind of leadership that offers something radically different, because that leadership possesses the insights, the kind of insights we are discussing today. If your president is not operating at the level at which we have operated for the last 1.5 hours, I'm sorry, you're going nowhere.
Yes, you're right.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. Oh yes. So that is the level at which the presidents of many advanced countries, even Ghana.
Oh, yeah.
The president of Ghana has now taken center stage. Wherever the man stands is gushing profound thoughts and ideas, and people are clapping. Because he went to school. It's important that our political leadership class should possess the insights, the kind of insights we're discussing today, and that they should have the political will to take the economic management of Nigeria in a new direction, seeking quality and seeking results. In that context, therefore, I recommend 1, the establishment of a clear worldview for the Nigerian state. I've already recommended 1, short and sharp. 2, the establishment and consistent application of a clear economic philosophy of entrepreneurial capitalism in the context of a developmental state as the guiding framework for the Nigerian economy. We must articulate this, interrogate it, and explain to ourselves what it means and how it guides the rules of the road. 3, the constitutional repeal of the Land Use Act, which is trapping Nigeria's wealth, or the wealth of Nigeria's citizens, in the hands of the choking grip of state bureaucracy. I told you that one of the 3 conditions for successful capitalism is property rights. If you have land and that land is vested in the state, and you're just a tenant with a C of O, instead of having a freehold, which expands what you can use that land for in terms of generating capital, in terms of pledging it. It's yours. You can do whatever. But when you always have to go to the governor, investors come, governor must sign CFO. You want to buy land, governor must sign CFO. This person wants to do, governor must sign. Now wait. Yes. Yes. So you see the problem. The bureaucratic state in the wrong way. So there is a limitation on the potential. So the Land Use Act has to go. It has outlived its usefulness. Number 4, scrapping the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation as we know it today and reforming it as a partially privatized company. The NNPC must become partially privatized. Why is the LNG, the liquefied natural gas, it is functioning well? It is making profit. Why? The answers are, you don't have to go to Sokoto when the thing is in the Sokoto. It is obvious what the answers are. That one has private sector participation. So there's discipline in its operations. The other one is a government ATM. It's a government ATM. So, and it's opaque. There is no real oversight over its sites. So these are the things. The transparency is not there. And that's why we could have made a lot of money from it. Our refineries are all dead. And so we are a country that exports crude petroleum products and imports refined petroleum. What is the clinical definition of madness?
That is it.
Please, somebody can tell me.
You just said, you just defined.
So the next one, I think that's the 5th recommendation, is that we must deregulate the downstream petroleum sector. If we don't deregulate it, we can't fix it. All this running around about how to decide the price of petrol, all this fuel scarcity will continue. It's been 40 years now. I saw a newspaper that showed a fuel scarcity in 1970-something. And somebody that we're very familiar with was the Minister of Petroleum then.
Yes.
And he said,
Daily Times.
and he said that it will soon, the problem will soon be over. This was 40 years ago.
Yes.
So, you know, nothing personal. We're just interrogating the system. It's the system we're talking about, not individuals. So it's very important that we deregulate the downstream petroleum sector so that, you know, the importation refineries, we should sell these refineries. The turnaround maintenance of Nigeria's refineries has become one of Nigeria's major economic industries, which yields nothing but sorrow and misery. People sleeping in petrol stations every few months because of petrol scarcity. And then finally, I say that we must avoid further foreign borrowing, which has put us back in a debt trap that will weigh down the future generations of Nigerians.
Moghalu, Mr. Ernest A.B. and Senator Olabi Durojaye, chairman of the event, speak further on the 2018 Bullion Lecture.
In this country, we don't have any clear economic philosophy. Our economy is managed ad hoc in a very reactive way instead of proactively on the basis of a philosophical foundation. If you go and look at all the countries, whether it is America, whether it is Britain, whether it is China, whether it's France, whether it's South Korea or Brazil or Malaysia, you will see that there is a philosophical foundation against which their economy is driven. So, I recommend that for Nigeria, we should agree that entrepreneurial capitalism, entrepreneurship, should be the basis of our economy, number one. Number two, that we should have what we call a developmental state, where the government sets the enabling environment, creates the policies, and allows the market to function efficiently. So it's not every man for himself without regulation. That is an extreme form of capitalism. And what happens is that produces only wealth for a very few, whereas the majority of the country will remain poor, which is the situation in Nigeria today. Number two, I recommend that, you see, I know that no country can develop beyond the competence or incompetence of its political leadership. And so it is important that Nigerian citizens elect a new breed of leaders. Our career political class has failed. Our career politicians have failed us. That is why Nigeria is now the poverty capital of the world. We have the greatest numbers of people living in absolute poverty of any country in the world. And that makes me very sad.
Charity begins at home. And the family is the microcosm, the medium, the small unit out of which nations are built. They are the bricks, the building bricks and blocks to raise the whole edifice. So you must get it right from the beginning. Catch them young. Tell your young children, especially you who are female, you are closer to them than we who are men, about those essential qualities of good citizenship: fear of God, respect for elders, hard work, and transparency, honesty in whatever you are doing. Don't use the shortcut because it goes to penury.
As you are aware, you see our Infidelity Bank, the bank is focused mainly on SMEs and retail banking, which is where the masses are normally found. So, and the whole idea is there's a lot we're doing on entrepreneurship, skill acquisition. Well, I mean, we're doing a lot in skill acquisition and also funding, small, medium scale enterprises, because that's the belly of development in any economy. And like I said earlier, they have a multiplier effect. All these entrepreneurs, if they can employ as many people as possible to work for them. And that is actually also where you create wealth in those areas, not in the oil and gas and all that. Yes, the money, but in terms of our focus in Fidelity Bank now, it's on retail and banking and SMEs, entrepreneurship development, skill acquisition, and of course funding all these areas to create jobs, to create opportunities for our young and teeming youths.
The key takeaway from this event is the fact that Nigeria needs a viable economic philosophy that hinges on entrepreneurial capitalism. This will drive a buoyant economy that addresses the high poverty index in the country.